Good day, sport lovers around the globe. How's your week been? Hope your week has not been so boring. You know, with no club football right now, although we've had international games, we've had table tennis, lawn tennis, basketball games, but majority of sport lovers, we know we love football and we don't see regular football now. But that will soon change. You know why? Because Euro 2020 has started and lots of exciting actions for you to expect. But before I continue, let me introduce myself. I am Chekube Adaba, your regular host for this exciting, scintillating sports program, Sport Flashback. And I'm not hosting this program alone. With me here is somebody that was with me on the last edition, but today is here again to give us a full dosage of what he has. Please welcome with me on set, Keke of Lagos.
Thank you very much for having me today on Sports Flashback. We hope to give you the latest sports news that came up in the last 7 days and stay connected. Of
course, we are going to give you the best sports news that happened in the immediate past week. The ones you know about, the ones you missed, the ones you don't really understand. We'll get to talk about them, you know, trash them, discuss them, and after the program, we'll give you something exciting. We'll be back after this short timeout. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Sports Flashback on Rich TV. I remain your host, Chekube Adaba, and with me is
Mr. Keke of Lagos.
All right, I know we are eager to talk about Euro 2020, you know, the game that went down on Friday night, you know, the winning start that Italy had over Turkey. We are going to talk about all those, I can assure you. But before we talk about that, we need to look at some sporting events, major events that took place during the past week. You know, maybe we need to refresh your memory in case you've forgotten. First on the agenda is South Africa. They unveiled their Olympic kits for both the Tokyo Olympic and the Paralympic. Yes. And they did that on Thursday. Yeah. What's the correlation between unveiling kits and performance? What's the craze over unveiling kits?
I don't think the kit is attached to performance. It's just to showcase their local designers. I think they said 4 local designers did their
4 local designers.
Kits. 4 local designers. They're not going for the regular Nike, Adidas, and stuff like that. You know, they're just trying to bring out their own to the world. And it's a good step for South Africa, especially trying to showcase Africa to the large audience. And I think it's a good one for Africa and everybody that is involved with this Olympics coming up in Tokyo. Yeah,
it is really a good one.
Yeah.
And to give credit to the 4 local designers that were involved in the production of the jersey, I even heard that one of them produces shoes that Prince Harry of the British royal family uses.
I heard that too, and that's a great one. If truly that's what happened, it's a great one.
Wow, that's a great one indeed. A great one indeed.
Yes, good one.
South Africa always a step ahead. Yes. Well, I wish them luck in the Olympics.
Oh, yeah.
So next on the agenda, West Ham manager David Moyes has been given a new 3-year contract by his club. Do you think he deserves it?
Yes, he deserves it because West Ham did very well this past season. They came 6th on the log. That's the English Premier League, and you know, previously they finished 17th. From 17th to 6th is a great achievement, and I think he just deserves it. Moyes has always been a good coach. I like him, but maybe that Man United job he took 2014 was a bit too early for him, and then he has rebounded and helped West Ham back to top. Now I'm going to Europa League next season. I think 3-year contract is just what he deserves, pending, you know, the season that's going to coming up next year. So I just hope he does well for West Ham, continue doing well for West Ham, and then everybody will be fine.
All right. Talking about the Man U job that I said was a great mistake for him. There are a lot of people that are of the opinion that David Moyes does better managing smaller clubs than big clubs. Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, of course it should. It should because when he was at Everton were consistently a top 7 club, let's say top 10 club. But when he came to Man United, I think the job came a little too soon for him, and it really showed. It showed for Man at Old Trafford, and he had to start rebounding his career, going to different clubs. And then at the end of the day, he stayed at West Ham. And now he has been doing well for them. 6th in the log, ahead of Arsenal, Tottenham. It's a good one for him. 3-year contract is just what he deserves, in my own book.
Yeah, finishing above the likes of Arsenal, Tottenham is actually a big achievement that any coach who knows his onions will be proud of.
So I think 3-year contract is just what it deserves.
Wow, that's good. Now, talking about Arsenal. Arsenal. Last season, before the last season, if I would be specific, they let go their FA Cup winning keeper, that's Martinez, and people were wondering that what was Arsenal doing, that why would they allow a classic goalkeeper leave and leave only a good goalkeeper in the person of Ben Lennon.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. In the January transfer window, I think Arsenal addressed that because the keeper that they brought from, was it France?
Brighton.
No, from France. At the beginning of last season, the keeper they brought from
okay,
France.
the Icelandic
yeah,
keeper.
he wasn't confident in his games. The few games he played in, he made mistakes. So that now made Arsenal to go to Brighton to get one of their goalkeeper, Matt Ryan.
Exactly.
Now, Matt Ryan's contract is up at Brighton, and Brighton is not going to renew the contract. Now, there are other clubs chasing Matt Ryan. People believe Arsenal should actually make his stay permanent because the few games he kept for Arsenal, if we are to be honest, he did well. It looks like a quality backup. What do you think?
Yes, Matt Ryan is a good goalkeeper. He was once the first choice for Brighton until he was ousted by Sanchez. That's the current goalkeeper right now. So, coming back to Arsenal, I don't know if Arsenal are ready to give him a new contract. That is to just stay to be second choice. But if he does get that contract, I think it's a good one for him. But if he does not get the contract, there are other Premier League teams that he can go to and take up for first team jersey. And if he does get that kind of team, well, good for him. He's a good keeper anyway, and he's just 29 or 30, so he still has a lot of years to keep for a goalkeeper. And then just hope he gets a good club that will retain him and make him first choice.
All right.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Arsenal gets to sign him because I think Arsenal actually needs a quality backup goalkeeper. Exactly. Because even their first choice made a lot of mistakes last season. Right? It was only God that saved them that they didn't even finish below 10th position.
Yes.
All right. The French Open, Keke of Lagos.
Roland Garros.
Rafa Nadal versus Djokovic.
Yes, the game actually went down yesterday.
Okay.
And Djokovic won the king of clay, Rafael Nadal. He won in 3-6, 6-3, 7-6, 6-2 in 4 hours yesterday. It was a brilliant game and one of the classics of the French Open in recent years. And now he's going to face Zverev in the final, who beat, Tsitsipas rather, who beat Zverev before yesterday's game, as in Rafael Nadal and Djokovic game.
Okay.
Before yesterday's game, Nadal has always been like unbeatable at the French Open. He has won the most French Open, and Djokovic just had his number yesterday, and it's a good one for him. I think Djokovic will be very favorite now to play against Tsitsipas, the young Greek man, and that will be final taking place on Sunday. So I just hope we'll be able to watch the game. But no, it's not going to be easy for any of its two guys. But Djokovic should win that game. But Nadal losing, it was unprecedented, but he lost next year.
But this Rafa Nadal, he has been a champion for as long as I can remember. Yes. Since when I was in my late teens. I've been hearing Rafa Nadal. And I heard that this is the 58th time he will be playing Djokovic. What are they really playing for?
Yeah, they're playing for, the trophy. Grand Slam is one of the biggest, French Open is one of the biggest Grand Slams in the world. And Rafa Nadal has grown to make that his own tournament. He wins almost every year. Nobody can compete with him. But Djokovic this time around, I guess he was, charged up to end that streak. And he ended it yesterday, winning the king of clay and French Open legend in Rafael Nadal. So we just hope Djokovic goes on to win the trophy and catch up with Nadal and Federer and Grand Slam titles.
Hopefully, too, he gets to win the trophy. Yeah. And don't you forget, viewers, that we are going to update you on the final match that Djokovic will be involved in. We'll let you know if he won or he lost. Just keep it a date with us. We'll be back after this short timeout for Euro 2020. I know you are excited, aren't you? Welcome back to Sports Flashback on Rich TV. All right, straight to the next agenda. Euro 2020 began yesterday. And guess what? Italy began on a winning note. Italy won Turkey 3-0. This Euro 2020 was meant to have taken place last year, if I'm not mistaken. But because of COVID-19 and some other issues, they were forced to postpone it by a year. Meaning this year, 2021, Euro 2020 is taking place. And it started yesterday. Keke of Lagos, Italy versus Turkey. It was a nice opening match. That's what you call a good advertisement for a tournament. What do you think?
Yes. First of all, congratulations to Italy. They won, and they won comfortably. They won 3-0. And, Turkey were like the dark horses in the competition. People were already picking them to be the dark horse of the competition, if you know what I mean by that. But then Italy just dismantled them 3-0. And The goals came from Ungu from Turkey, Immobile and Insigne. And Italy, well, I don't want to say they are favourite for the competition, but they just showed why they should be among the favourites. They won 3-0 and comfortably. It's a good one for the competition, a good spectacle for them, and I just hope they continue on this ride. As for Turkey, they qualified on a very good note, but coming to this competition, they were walloped yesterday, totally outclassed, and I just don't know where to go from here. The next game is against Switzerland. Maybe they will be able to rebound from that. But for Italy, the next game against Wales, if they win, they are through to the next round. If they don't, wait for the last game. Congratulations to Italy once again. They did very, very well.
All right, Turkey actually lost to Italy.
Yes.
But I also see them qualifying from the same group with Italy. Don't you think so?
Yeah, it's possible. This commission is structured whereby the 4 best results could actually go through, which means you can come third and still go through. Remember Portugal last Euros, they came third but won the competition. Turkey will still go far, but on yesterday's performance, they have to put in a lot of work to, catch up with the rest of the team. Of course, they're playing Wales and Switzerland. On paper, it's a thing that they should be favourite to get the 3 points, but football is not always played on paper, it's played on the pitch. So they just hope they can rebound from the yesterday loss and come back to qualify for the next one. They can actually qualify, even with 3rd place. So
I wish them best of luck. But before we continue, I need to inform you that this Euro 2020 edition is a special edition whereby 11 host cities will be used for this competition.
Yes.
What am I trying to say? We don't have any particular country hosting the competition. 11 countries will be hosting each games. And this is as a means of celebrating 60 years of UEFA in existence.
Yes.
And Michel Platini also made us realize that the final will be held at the popular Wembley Stadium in England because of its capacity of crowd that it can contain. Take off Lagos.
Yeah.
Games today, Saturday. We have Belgium, Russia. What do you think?
As you said, they are played in 11 cities. Russia is among these countries that are playing it, which means Russia will have something like an home advantage today. They're playing in St. Petersburg. And Belgium are the #1 team in the world. They are the 2nd favourite behind France to win this competition. Well, I don't know. Belgium, they have all the players in the world, the stars. I see a very high-scoring game. Belgium should come through and win that game. But it's not going to be easy for Belgium. As I said, Russia are playing at home in St. Petersburg. So I think it's going to be a very interesting game. But maybe Belgium will just sneak it by an odd goal, maybe 2-1, something like that. So.
Predict Belgium, Russia.
Yeah, I'll go with 2-1 Belgium.
2-1 Belgium.
Yes.
All right. Then Wales, Switzerland.
Yes, Wales, Switzerland. That's the other game in Group A. Yeah, Wales, Switzerland. Yes, Switzerland coming to this game as favourites. Wales, they may not be able to repeat the last semi-final they got to in last Euros 2016 because of their players are a bit old. And Switzerland have the guys that could really trouble Wales. I go with the Switzerland win, yes.
Scores?
Maybe 2-0.
2-0 in favour of Switzerland.
Exactly.
All right, then Denmark, Finland.
Yeah, that should be a straightforward game for Denmark.
For Denmark.
Maybe not really straightforward because it's a competition after all. And Finland did their part to qualify for the competition. Remember, they have one certain Timo Pukki, that is Finland. We may give some worries to Denmark, but overall, Denmark just have the quality. There's Christian Eriksen, the guy from Tottenham, and now Inter Milan. So Denmark should be able to scale that without any odd.
So your scores?
Yeah, I think 3-0.
3-0.
Yeah, Denmark should win that game.
Denmark should win that game. Okay, fine. Before we talk about the next agenda, I want you to predict England-Croatia tomorrow. England-Croatia is on Sunday.
Yes.
England-Croatia. We have a lot of Premiership fans in Nigeria. So I believe a lot of Nigerians will be interested in that game. They'll want to know, especially those that might want to bet the puntas and other people. What do you think will go down in that match?
Yeah, the last time these guys met, it was in the Nations League. I think England won that game. A late goal from Jesse Lingard, 2-1. In a competitive competition, that was last year World Cup. They won that game 2-1. Croatia won. So now this game, Croatia may have that same team that went to the World Cup, but they are a big hold right now. So England are going with one of the second youngest team behind Turkey in the competition. So I don't know. I'm trying to lean towards England, but Croatia have all the experience you can ask for in the competition, and England are actually playing at Wembley. So it's going to be a very tough game. Not easy for any of the teams, but I will fancy England. Croatia will bring their own to the game. They will come to play, but obviously England, with the young guys they have, and inform Harry Kane, that may just help them scale through. And you said there are a lot of fans of Premier League in Nigeria here, so that will have a lot of interest on the game. England should win that game, maybe 1-0.
Okay, England should win the game 1-0. Yeah. So if you had to choose a country among every country in Euro 2020 now, that's okay. You come July 11, when the competition final will be played, that this will be the winner of the competition. Who are you tipping to be winner of Europe?
For starters, I think France are the
favorites.
Belgium are second favorites. But personally, my heart would want to go to Germany. I've always supported Germany in competitions like this, major competitions. So, but then, if I'm going by what people have said, punters, betting, and all those stuff, France favorites, Belgium second favorite. But for me personally, I'll be delighted if Germany were able to pull off this and win the trophy. But France cannot be ruled out. They have some of the best players in world football right now, and that will help them scale through. And they're playing Germany actually on, I think, on Monday or Sunday.
On Tuesday.
On Tuesday,
they're playing Germany on Tuesday.
Wow. It's going to be very difficult for them to have this side, but I think France should be favourites.
All right. You think France will be favourite, but personally, you choose Germany to be favourite. Yes. If I'm allowed to predict, I think England are favourites to win this tournament. Because if you look at it, this is the best time they have to actually win a major competition. They came close in the last World Cup, but somehow it wasn't just how it was supposed to be. Hopefully, England will do better this competition and maybe get to the final. Who knows? Anything can happen in the final. What do you think?
Yes, anything can happen in the final, but England, the coach has already said getting to the semi-final is more like an achievement for them because it's a very young side, no competition experience. But I don't know, England getting to the semi-final and maybe final, as you have just said, will be a very, very good one. And they always say it is coming home. That is meaning a major competition coming home. But there are a lot of heavyweights: Germany, Belgium, France, Italy. So England have to be at their very best to get to the final.
All right, England has to be at the very best to get to the final. Likewise, every other team in this competition, because nobody is just going to come and allow you roll over them. They are definitely going to play because they know they are onions. All right, that's all for now for Euro 2020. But before we go, wrestling lovers, I almost forgot. We have something for you, and I almost forgot, but please pardon me. I know we have a lot of wrestling lovers in Nigeria. And WWE, the rumor, or let me say unconfirmed stories, that we are hearing from WWE is that they are releasing some of their famous wrestlers as a way of cutting their budgets. But some wrestlers who are still there believe that that is not the reason. That the reason why they are letting go these wrestlers is because they want the wrestlers to negotiate a new contract, maybe that would favor them. Keke of Lagos, what do you think? WWE letting go of their stars, do you think they will still attract the fanship that they've been known for?
Yes, WWE is a big franchise in America. And I think the reason why they are letting some of these guys go to renegotiate is just because of the COVID effects. I think that's just the reason. Nothing else than that. And the big guys that make WWE what it is right now will have to come back. There's no way around it. It's just that they may have to come on a lower, maybe wage or how they do it over there.
They may be forced to sign a lower contract.
Yes, just to retain them. You know, a lot of sports were affected, especially in America, for this COVID. And now WWE are just trying to cut costs and try and come back. WWE is a franchise. There's no way, even if they bring up and comers to the competition, people will still watch. That's how it is. So anybody they bring to fight, or maybe they retain their old stars, good for them. But anyhow it is, maybe they'll have to just renegotiate with the guys already on the ground and then continue the franchise.
All right, WWE, we are appealing to you on behalf of wrestling fans. Please bring back our stars. All right, that's all we have for you today on today's edition of Sports Flashback on Rich TV. We need your contributions, your opinions. If you have anything you want to tell us, please reach us on our social media handles appearing on your screen right now. Until we come your way again next week, same program, same station. I remain Chokube Adaba.
Mr. Keke of Lagos. Hope to catch you next week.
Have a beautiful week ahead.